Hello and welcome to the inaugural episode of Faster Than Reloading, a gaming podcast focused on all games with a reload animation. I'm your host, Anthony Palm, and I'm joined every week by my fellow podcast mates. Fuck this whole fucking intro. Start it over. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the inaugural episode of Faster Than Reloading, a gaming podcast focused on all games with a reload animation. I'm your host, Anthony Palm, and I'm joined every week with Miguel Alvarez.
Hey, what's going on?
And Jeffrey Mizrahi.
What up?
So since this is the first ever episode of this show, I figured give a little backstory on who we are, what games we typically play. We used to be formerly known as a podcast called PS Best Friends, which was a PlayStation-focused podcast. This show is specifically talking about
Guns.
Shooters, like guns.
Guns. The NRA.
Pretty much
Second Amendment.
any type of shooters, competitive shooters, single player shooters,
Video games.
everything from like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Destiny, all the way to things like Wolfenstein and Doom, Far Cry, things like that. We're going to cover Rage 2 is coming out, so we're going to be covering that as well. So all games like that. So why don't we jump into it? We'll just give a little bit of a backstory for anyone new to us that didn't follow us over from PS Best Friends. Jeff, why don't you go first? What do you typically play, and what's your personality? What would you say your personality is, so we can disagree with you?
Oh, my personality: the smartest guy on the podcast, funniest guy on the podcast, coolest guy on the podcast, of course. You'll see my personality throughout. But in terms of shooters I played, of course, Call of Duty started with Modern Warfare 1 on my brother's Xbox, then World at War on the Wii, then when I got my PS3, Modern Warfare 2, and then every game since then. Placed pretty much a zombie guy, and I follow wherever the DLC is. So I played Black Ops 2 on Xbox, like pretty much like I would go to the platform wherever I could get the DLC first. Luckily, that was PS4 this generation. So big zombies guy, done all the Easter eggs. Also, Destiny caught my eye at the beginning of not the beginning of like 2015. Balls deep into that, over like 1,000 hours. Destiny 1 and 2. Those are the games I'm playing most right now. Also a big fan of narrative shooters. Wolfenstein 2 is one of my favorite games in 2017. Yeah, that's about it.
And Miguel, what games do you think you mostly play?
I usually don't play games, man. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Got him.
I got him. Pretty much Call of Duty, Battlefield, and since the Division came out, the Division mainly.
So if we had to kind of categorize
I'm an
this
OG
a little bit
for Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Yeah, so you're more the competitive shooter guy.
Yeah,
out of the three of us.
Miguel's the best.
You're
Yeah,
the
Miguel's the
most
best.
competitive shooter guy. Out of the
I
three
am
of us.
the king of
Yeah,
multiplayer.
he is like definitely the most skilled. We're talking about
So Jeff's gonna be like your go-to guy for Destiny and anything zombies related with Call of Duty. Not World War Z zombies, although he should play it. And for me, I'm kind of a jack of all trades kind of guy. I play Call of Duty. I play multiplayer and Blackout. I do the zombies. I play zombies a little bit.
I do the zombies
mostly for the gear skips and Black Ops 4. But I played OG zombies with World at War and Black Ops 1, and then I fell off with Black Ops 2 and 3. 9 is an amazing map in Black Ops 4 though. And so I play Apex. I've been dabbling with Battlefield 5. I like Firestorm. I play Star Wars Battlefront 2. I fuck around with Anthem a bit. I just picked up World War Z, so I kind of play everything. And then I'm a big narrative guy as well. Like Jeff, we have Days Gone coming out this week. Actually, when the day of this podcast launches, Days Gone will be coming out. So it's not necessarily a shooter, but there is guns. There are guns in the game, so I'll be playing that as well. But yeah, I was a huge Wolfenstein fan as well. But if you want to know more about that, you can go check out our old podcast.
Dead Space. You're also totally forgetting. You're also one of the more horror shooter guys. You're a big Resident Evil fan.
Yeah, so I Resident Evil 7 was my my game of the year of 2017. I just I loved Resident Evil 2 this year as well. So I go pretty far back with Resident Evil as well. Now I'm not an OG like PS1 Resident Evil guy, but Resident Evil 4 is really where the series kind of pulled me in, and yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
I got a little fun thing. Just thought of it on the spot. What is everyone's nice? It's a dog in the background. You'll get to know him, O'Reilly. What is everyone's dream shooting game or like dream shooter that's not out yet that's from a series? I'll just start. Mine is Battlefield Bad Company 3. Bad Company 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. So once Bad Company 3 gets announced, I'm going to explode everywhere. What about you guys?
I'm for whatever reason, me and you are together with that.
Yeah.
Bad Company 3, man. I love Bad Company 2 and what it did. Multiplayer wise, I don't know why. Are you into the multiplayer in that game?
Or yeah. Oh, dude, the multiplayer was that all I did.
That was game changing. I don't know why they moved from the destructibility.
The destructibility was game changing.
It was game changing, and I don't know why they moved.
But even with Battlefield 4, with the Levolution stuff, and they went away with
it's not the same, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, they went away from both of the, both games did cool stuff, and they don't do either of them anymore. So
I mean, now it's more like weather changing stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, also, Miguel, you got to think about the time. That was 2010. Modern Warfare 2 wasn't doing anything in terms of destructibility, and then you have this game right
but it was doing something better.
Yeah, different things. Anthony, how about you? Dream shooter?
I'm not gonna lie, and I haven't talked about it a lot with you guys in the past because I want to temper my expectations a little bit. But the first thing to come to mind is Cyberpunk 2077, where like the more I think about that game, the more it's exactly what I want it to be. Where like watching that gameplay video, what was like a 40-minute gameplay video or whatever,
45 minutes,
the whole demo.
And
I watched the whole thing.
The more I watched it, the more I thought about it. That's really what I want. It's got shades of BioShock. It's got shades of Deus Ex. It's got shades of like Dishonored kind of. But with that
neither
awesome,
of us mentioned
like,
BioShock for our favorite games? I literally just played it.
Well, we're not talking about favorite games. We're talking about games we play.
Oh, I guess more cards.
But yeah, BioShock. Yeah, of course. But I mean,
Anthony has BioShock Jack chain tattoos on his wrist.
For anyone new to our personalities, I have the BioShock tattoos on my wrist.
A man chooses. Moving on though, if you listen to episode 100 of PSBF, PS Best Friends, you know we did
or if you follow us on Instagram,
on Instagram, Twitter
at FTR_pod.
Yeah, I was about to say at PSBF. At FTR_pod. You'll know we had a giveaway for, funny enough, for not a shooting game at all. Falcon Age, the PS4, PSVR game by Outer Loop Games, if that's correct, provided by Pop Agenda. It's a really cool game. You have a little bird on your hand. Falcon, send him out to do things, walk around, all fun. We did a randomly
super thoughtful game as well. Like the story of it is very bleak, but it's also like kind of textured by this cute little owl, not owl, like falcon that you start out with. Obviously he grows, but like at the beginning of the game, it's like this adorable falcon, and the story is like really, I don't want to say depressing, but it's very, it's a very, very interesting game.
So one of you lucky winners will get moved by this game. We did the drawings before the podcast, and I swear I'm not making this up. This is what the numbers God decided. RNGesus decided. Nathaniel Hicks is the winner of this. Longtime fan. Finally had it coming to him. We will send you that code right away. He is at 6stix on Twitter, right?
6stix. SYCSTIX.
I think 17.
I don't remember
as well.
17, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, but
we'll add him in this.
Great start, guys.
Yeah, but he's winning that code. We'll be doing more giveaways, so make sure you keep locked to at FTR_pod on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome. We're starting the first episode with a lawsuit from IGN.
Keep it locked. I love it. They actually stopped saying that. I've noticed in a lot of their videos.
Yeah, I did notice that too.
Locked is gone because it's the stupidest thing ever, but I love it. But yeah, that is that aside.
So let's get into the first segment of FTR. So every week we're going to be doing a couple recurring segments. The first one of which is going to be, we need to come up with a clever name for it, but essentially we're going to be talking about patch notes, major updates, and important news for any and all shooters, especially ones that we are currently playing. So we're going to start off with Black Ops 4. And this is a game we're going to talk about a lot. This is a game later in the show we're actually going to make.
I mean, before we continue with the Black Ops stuff, let's just say that Jeffrey works for Charlie Intel. So that's one of the reasons we're going to talk about Black Ops a lot, or the next Call of Duty.
Right. And disclaimer to Charles Intelligence. Jeff's not saying anything that isn't already in an article, so don't yell at him.
Or am I?
If he's not, I will. Don't worry.
if we're getting some scoops, that's cool too, I guess. So let's start off with Black Ops 4, and again, like I said, we're gonna have a major discussion on the state of Black Ops 4, or what we think the state of Black Ops 4 is later in the show. But for right now, we're talking about the current goings-ons. I don't know, with Black Ops. So why don't we start off with with our thoughts on the new mode, which is the Team Deathmatch Domination. Jeff, did you play this mode at all?
Yeah. So this is pretty much they're not hyping it up, but like they announced it last week, I think, and 2 weeks ago, and then it came the week after. It's pretty much. Oh no, wait, they announced it in the March 25th live stream. What am I saying? And then it finally came last week. It's pretty much just a mix of the two. You get points for domination captures as you would in domination, and you also get points for killing people like you would in deathmatch.
For a kill.
You get 1 point for kill, yeah, and the score limit's 400.
Yeah, it does the rounds too.
Yeah, 200. Yeah, it swaps sides at 200. Personally, it just feels like a longer domination game. It doesn't. I don't know. It didn't really do anything different for me. What about you guys?
I liked it because you have the option of like if your team can't hold a point, you can just go try and kill a bunch of people. Yeah, I mean it's not weighted where like you can really like swing the tides, but like if you need to get yourself back into a groove or something, you at least feel like you're doing something instead of like a normal domination. Kills mean nothing. So I don't know. I think it's cool. I don't think it's like the greatest mode they've ever done, but it's a interesting mode at the least.
I personally think it's just okay. It's not necessary, in my opinion. If the kills, each kill will give you like 5 points.
Yeah, the kill should get more points.
Yeah, I agree on that.
That would be a big difference, and I think people would play that a lot more than are people playing it right now. It's just it doesn't make a difference on your kills. Like someone could go off with 100 kills, and that's not gonna make like a big difference if he's not cashing points. So it's just it's a longer domination match. That's pretty much what it is, in my opinion.
I think you're right. I think if the kills were worth more points, I think it would be a much better mode. It does have shades of kind of like Titanfall too. Like it almost not like a 1-to-1, but like the idea of like bounty hunt in Titanfall 2. It kind of reminds me of that. It's different tactics. You're not cashing things in. It's just domination, but it is shades of like you're doing two different things in one mode. But yeah, I agree. Kills need to be worth more.
One more thing about this mode. The game, I mean, they announced when they announced Black Ops 4, they wanted it to be a more tactical game, which is not. It's not even close to it. But if you had it that way, like each kill was 5 points, you could divide the team. If you were playing in a team, like 2 guys could go off and just go kills, and the rest could just make sure you have to control the 2 points. That'd be more
almost
tactical.
like Gambit in Destiny.
Exactly, but it's not even close like that. And I wish it was, because I think the mode has potential, but it's not there yet.
Talking about other modes in Black Ops, they like over the past week, straight up, they took out Hot Pursuit and Blackout and then added Hardcore Quads, which is Blackout, just no HUD, no armor. What else isn't there? No vehicles. I got a couple good games in with some like randoms with mics on, because everyone always has mics on in that mode, and it's fun. Like I like kind of talking about the map as in like describing it, so instead of saying like, oh, the guy's at north, like, oh, the guy's at that red house over there. No, he's like to the tree to the left. I don't know. It's a little like you get a little more immersed in that. You guys jump back into Hardcore Quads at all or no?
I haven't played it, honestly. Yeah. I just haven't touched Blackout in a while. I'll be honest, and we'll get into this more later, like I said, but once I hit tier 100, I kind of was like, I need a break from this.
I didn't touch it. I really don't care for it. Blackout, I played some solo matches just to mess around. I won Ambush to come back really bad, because I think that's the best mode in Blackout, in my opinion. Because it's just snipers and knifing, and it's just fun, man. Especially at the end, just everyone just trying to running around like a chicken. just knifing. It's hilarious, man.
So
It's
that's
fun.
an interesting thing. So this operation is coming to an end on the 30th, and they mentioned ambush back in the March 25th live stream, and
they mentioned something else that I'll talk about it right now.
Yeah, but yeah, no, so weird that I guess they're reserving that for next operation.
It's weird. Any thoughts on the new map, Arsenal Sandstorm?
Oh my god, yeah. So me and Miguel are playing that together, and I mean, it's like it's in Arrested Development when Michael takes the dead dove out of the bag and opens it up, and he's like, I don't know what I expected. It's straight up that you jump on the map, and it's Arsenal with just dust everywhere, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's kind of what they said it is, and it's hard to see it's hard to see everywhere.
Outside,
yeah, when you're outside,
like
outside. When you're not in the the B point, I guess, or you're not in the room. And I don't know, it's kind of annoying. And it's cool in the sense that it's different. Like, oh, I guess there hasn't been a COD multiplayer map that looks like this. And
the problem I have with it is that they took the normal Arsenal out of rotation, and that normal Arsenal is one of my favorite maps in the game.
Out of the rotation, it's still there. Yeah, no, but it's not. It's like,
I mean, like
it's not gonna pop out. Let's just say
no, Sandstorm is favored, of course, because it's new. But regular,
I don't know. It's like I was playing with Miguel, I think 2 nights ago. My wife Tay plays with us. And the whole time I'm just going, this is terrible. Like it's
great for me because I was knifing and I was going.
Yeah, because you're running around with the Santa's present or whatever it's called.
And I was going off, but it's good for that pretty much.
And so now Infected also this week is on all platforms. Did you guys get to check that out for the past week? Or
I saw it was available. I did not try it.
I don't care for this mode. To be honest, never.
So I don't know if I've ever played Infected in Call of Duty. Is it basically the same as Infected in Halo?
Yeah. I mean, so each Call of Duty actually has
without the energy source.
Yeah, right. Each Call of Duty has like a different variation of Infected, but it's the same idea, of course. Everyone starts on normal, and then one guy gets infected, and then whoever that guy that kills, they get infected, and then they join the infected team. But in the Black Ops 4 version, it's near impossible for the non-infected team to win because every time someone gets infected, it adds 30 seconds to the clock. And
so it's like harder to survive.
Yeah, at a point, it's like you're the last guy alive, and you have to survive 3 fucking minutes against 11 quote unquote zombies. And
it'd be easy to get the nuke there, probably.
That was a thing back then. I was actually watching a video by Ink Slasher on YouTube, the history of Infected, and people. I didn't know this. You did, but back in the day in Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost, people played Infected because it was very easy to get the Moab and the nuke.
That's why people play it.
Yeah, I mean, with no more nukes,
it's the fastest way to do it.
Yeah,
even to just get the challenge done or whatever. And Black Ops 4, you could do it there easily.
Did you used to do that? Nukes in the Modern Warfare 3
one? Infected, no. I got nukes.
Nice. I don't need Infected to get nukes.
I don't need it. I didn't need it. So, one more thing that I want to bring up for Black Ops 4. They didn't mention anything for the sniper. What's the name of it?
The Mini 14 is what people are calling it.
They called it. No, it has a name now because it's in the game files. Benera. I forgot. Exactly.
Keep talking. It was I wrote an article about this.
That and the other game mode that they talked about it was in the
Prop Hunt,
Prop Hunt. It's not there neither, which is weird.
So Prop Hunt, they actually made an official statement. They tweeted that
it's gonna release at the start of the next operations, which is
they said something cute about it. I forgot.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. Then it's gonna start for the next the start of the next operations. And there's leaks for who's gonna be the specialist.
Fuck the Spectre. Yeah,
that's the guy. No, that's Spectre.
But I thought
that's the guy with the knife, right?
Spectre was the one with the bow and arrow in Black Ops
that was
3.
Outrider.
Black Ops 3.
Yeah, that was Outrider.
Spectre.
Sure?
Yeah, yes, Spectre. I don't know how they're gonna redo because one of the leaked items is like R1 is gonna be a smoke grenade that he could see through, and in
it's not. It's gonna be a C4.
It's gonna be C4. Well, in BO3, he had his special, his like L1R1 was like a blade that like it was like a super. It was pretty much Commando Pro. Honestly.
Okay, yeah, I remember Spectre and Black Ops right now.
And his other thing was going invisible, and I don't think that's gonna happen in this game.
Yeah, it was active camo or something, right?
Yeah, active camo. I think it's gonna be the knife thingy and C4, because they already teased the C4 in one of the teasers.
Yeah, there was a clip on Twitter where it was like C4, and then everyone subtweeting, please not add C4.
I hope they do, and if they do, it better be the one that you could throw it and just pop it in midair. I miss it so much. I want it back.
I mean, that would be cool if they put C4 in as just another equipment. You know how like the frag grenade and the Molotov and stuff.
Yeah, like instead of your special.
Yeah, they should add more of those. Like that, they don't need to only attach a new item. Like you want an EMP grenade, don't only make it for 0. Like add some more shit to the equipment thing. You know. I'm not saying they won't do that because I'm just saying
no. It'll be the ultimate.
Yeah. No, it better not be the ultimate.
Could you imagine like that's
I want
the ability
that
they get is like
I want it quick.
Cool. Yeah. So
anything else for Black Ops you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. So with battery, we just got some quick nerfs. For the cluster grenade for battery, increased cooldown time. It doesn't say specifically. Do you know specifically what the cooldown was reduced to, Jeff?
No,
they usually don't say that.
And then reduced mine grenade damage for the cluster grenade as well. Good. Fuck the cluster grenade. I'm done with battery, man. I'm so sick of the war machine's bullshit. The cluster grenade's bullshit.
Specialists are bullshit in the game.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, I guess the thing is though, they usually specify when changes are in either mode. So I don't think that cluster grenade nerf went to blackout. Just for people who are interested.
Yeah, I believe it did say
it's just for
only at the beginning. Yep. Multiplayer only in the summary section of the patch notes.
I can't find the name of this fucking sniper.
That's going to do it for the updates to Black Ops. Stay tuned a little bit later in the show for our thoughts on what the state of Black Ops 4 is, if you're interested. Moving on. So Anthem is now getting some updates. Now, just real quick, why don't we give kind of like how much we've played Anthem? Jeff, you haven't touched it yet. But Miguel, you played it with me.
I played it because I do have it in my possession.
You have it already
from GameFly, but that's all next week. I haven't opened it.
I played on PC before it officially got released. So I played it before the day 1 patch, and after the day 1 patch, I think I played like twice. So, and I put a bunch of hours on it too.
You did put a lot more time into it than I realized.
Yes, and my quick impression of it, because I don't have it anymore. I haven't played it, and I probably not.
So you played it with EA Access Premier on Origin. That's how you were able to play it early, and then
I like the game. It doesn't have much there, but it's fun to just shoot stuff and flying around. It's amazing. It has potential to be great with updates that we're gonna talk about it in a minute. There's a good stuff that happened in this update and bad stuff. Because you're still playing the game, right?
I haven't played it in about a week and a half, but yeah, I mean, I actually own
the one that's.
Yeah, I actually own Anthem. I haven't finished the campaign yet, so I can't really speak to the end game.
Are you in that mid section where it's a grind?
So I'm done with that. So for anyone that hasn't played Anthem, there is a really, really terribly designed kind of mid game to the campaign where you have to just go do a bunch of random challenges.
And they made it easier.
They made it easier, but it's still terrible.
It's
still a grind for like no reason. It like totally, completely just halts any type of want to play the game. And if the gameplay wasn't so good for me, like personally, because I think the gameplay for Anthem is amazing. I love just like physically playing the game.
That's the best part of the game.
Yeah, like Jeff, you're like that with Destiny, where you say like Destiny is the best mechanics for a shooter. That's what you think.
Yeah.
I'm kind of almost like that with Anthem, where I think Anthem's gameplay is one of the best third person kind of fast paced shooters that I've played in a long time. But yeah, there's this mid-game mission that it's just terrible. There's no excuse for how bad it is. But so I'm past that. So I think I only have a handful of missions left in the game. I just haven't had time because I've been distracted with other games.
You're gonna get into it with some good upgrades. Yeah.
So like you said, you played it with me before the day 1 patch, and then we both played after the day 1 patch, and then you kind of just moved on to other stuff. You didn't renew your EA access.
No, I said that I was gonna get it later on for the PS4.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
wanna
think it's
play it on
still
the PS4.
I think it still might be worth getting on PC.
I wanna sit down,
It's only
relax,
30 frames on
and
PS4, man. I can't do
I'm
that.
fine with it. I'm fine with it.
All right, I guess
I enjoy my controller.
I'm turning into the guy that's just like,
You're
why would I
into
play it
the
at 30
PC guy.
frames when I can play it
Oh,
at
dude,
165 frames?
over the past like 2 years, I've noticed so hard how you're slowly inching to PC Master Race.
Like I think I'm ready there, man. Like I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm there. I mean, certain games I still play on
The
PlayStation, like
reason
Far
why
Cry.
we stopped. He has best friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
well, yeah,
Makes more
really.
sense.
Well, because Jeff talks about Nintendo shit all the time, and I talk about PC stuff. So,
I'm
but
the
yeah, so
only
back to
fanboy
Anthem.
of
Happening.
PlayStation guy.
But yeah, back to
So,
Anthem.
So Anthem.
Yes.
So once the day one patch hit, I thought it was way better. It was because the load times, as I'm sure everyone listening to this is aware, load times were absolutely unacceptable.
A little
They're
better.
Total. No, they're totally fine now on PC. At least I don't know what the state of the console version is. So Jeff can let us know next week once he's
That'll
played
be
it.
the topic for next week.
And I want to play more before next week's episode so that you and I can kind of compare between the two versions. But yeah, so the new things that they're adding are really interesting. There's a new stronghold, which I won't have access to yet because I haven't beaten the campaign. I might try and just bang it out over the weekend. And that way I can maybe try the stronghold. But they are adding a new stronghold. They added the ability to select contracts from the start of the expedition screen rather than having to actually go to the boards in the hub world, which is really cool. You don't have to like wander. If you're like me, I don't remember where anything is in Fort Tarsus. I kind of just wander around until I find something. So now you can just select it right from the expeditions menu, which is basically the mission select menu. They added, so these next two things are major updates that people have been asking for literally since launch, which were actually there in footage from E3 prior to the game's release. Funny enough. But so they added the ability to launch a new mission from the end of the expedition screen without having to return to Fort Tarsus or the launch base. So pretty much the way it was before is you beat a mission, you either have to go back to Fort Tarsus, which is the hub world, or go to what's called the launch bay, which is kind of like the it's kind of like the tower,
pretty much where
area
you go
of Destiny,
to
where you can
do
see
your,
other real people wandering around. Whereas in Fort Tarsus, it's only your character. So you would have to go to one of those two locations and then launch a new mission. Whereas now you can do it immediately right after you wrap a mission. You could start another mission.
This is a really good thing.
Even bigger of a deal is now you can access your access what's called the Forge in the middle of a mission during strongholds and during free play. So anytime you're outside, anytime you're actually in your javelin running around doing anything, you can now access the Forge. And essentially what this means is you can access your inventory, you can access your loadouts, you can change your loadouts, you can craft stuff on the fly, which you couldn't do before, which is amazing that you could. It's fascinating that you couldn't do it before. And so this is this I think is the biggest update with this.
Yeah, and this is live already. Quick thing before we
so this was live as of April 23rd.
Yes. They did delay Act 1. They announced. Pretty much what comes with that is the mastery system, guilds, legendary mission, phase 2, the stronghold, leaderboards, and some free play events. So they delayed a bunch of stuff, probably to make those updates.
I think they realized they needed to overhaul the game itself before they worried about any narrative stuff and extra content.
They're gonna come out in the next couple of weeks, so probably in a week or two we're gonna see them coming out, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So there's also a bunch of other kind of like really nerdy kind of like stat notes in this patch that we won't really get into. We won't worry about that yet. Once I get back into it, maybe Jeff plays around. Maybe we'll talk about what we think, how each weapon feels or anything like that. But we won't talk about that yet. I do see that they are, like you said, they're adding the masterwork, adding new masterwork stuff.
Well, that stuff got,
I'm just trying to see if there's any major like game breaking things that they fixed. Doesn't look so.
I mean, they did fix pretty much two of the things that people were complaining.
Yeah, the two biggest things with this patch are definitely the ability to launch right into a mission once you beat a mission, and the ability to access the Forge. So, but let us know if you think that there's anything else noteworthy in this patch update that you think we should talk about or revisit going forward. You can hit us up on Instagram, like I said, at FTR_pod. You can send us a message on there, or you can comment on one of our photos. I'll probably make an Anthem post when I play it this week, or maybe Jeff will make a clip or something. So, but yeah, so let's move on from Anthem. We'll talk a little bit more about that next
game.
To another looter shooter.
I'm just going to hand the reins over to you with this one.
This time, Destiny 2, pretty much just slightly going over the TWAB, the This Week at Bungie every Thursday. They post a pretty much blog post that gives news, any upcoming. They don't really give patch notes in this. Sometimes they preview patch notes, but this is kind of just like a summary of, the summary of literally This Week in Bungie. This week they're talking about Iron Banner. That's going to start on, Iron Banner is going on right now. I didn't even know. April 23rd to April 30th.
The Destiny guy doesn't know.
I wasn't home last night. I was at my brother's. Totally didn't realize. So Iron Banner's going on this whole week until this Tuesday. You could get it's the weirdest thing ever, because this happens with so many random guns where I literally could just look at the picture or just think like, oh, hand cannon from this raid, and like I know the name, and there's so many names. But you get the rocket launcher and the scout rifle from Iron Banner. Those are cool. They're kind of stepping back what they did last Iron Banner, which is they had this Iron Burden thing, which was kind of like a debuff. You could it's optional, but you could choose to equip it kind of, and you're 100 light levels lower, and pretty much making the game harder for you, and you could earn cooler rewards. So like there was one exclusive reward to get if you did this like purposeful debuff, I guess, on yourself. But they kind of saw that no one was really enjoying that, and that wasn't really fun. So they just took that off. That they said that they'll bring that back. No, they're not planning to bring that back next season. So that was just an interesting little experiment for literally 1 week in Destiny that they said, no one liked it. Drop it. Very cool. Pretty much recapping the Revelry, which is the event that's been going on the past week or two. I think just week. Which is like the spring dawning, essentially. It reuses a bunch of content from the dawning, which is the winter holiday event around Christmas, where there's a like an infinite horde mode, essentially, that you run through the infinite forest, now called the verdant forest, killing enemies, progressing through waves. The more enemies you kill, the more time you get while time is running down. So like you got to make sure that you're killing them fast, essentially. And then once time runs out, you fight all bosses based on how many people you killed in the forest. It's a cool loop. It's really like the definition of a grind. It's kind of like people compare it to like some Diablo things, like the rifts, I think they're called, where like you just kind of go in and just like play until like the timer runs out or something. I've been enjoying that. The triumphs that you need to accomplish, pretty much just challenges to get the new exotic that's exclusive to this event, the Arbalist, which could shoot through enemy shields. The triumphs to get those, I think, are a little difficult in the sense that it requires a little more playtime than I would like. All the challenges are pretty easy, but one of them is like complete 50 bounties during the Revelry. And I have like 15 done, and I think there's like 2 more weeks, and that's just going to kind of be every day I got to play, because you only can do 5 bounties a day. You get 5 daily bounties. So I'm going to have to, I guess, just put more time into that. But overall, Revelry's been doing good. The masterwork. So you guys could actually have some input on this. There's a system part of the Revelry where you could, for an hour, you get like consumables. You earn consumables, and then for an hour, when you use them, you choose if you want way shorter grenade recharge times, way shorter melee recharge times, or way shorter ability. Of course, people are fucking doing melee and grenades, and this applies to multiplayer as well, to PvP. So right now, for like 3 weeks, essentially, multiplayer is just grenades being thrown everywhere. Like every 3 seconds, you get another grenade. People
so it's
are
like
World War
II.
World War II.
World War II.
Does it just feel like Halo now, basically?
I mean, World War II and shipment, dude. Think about it.
Yeah, essentially that.
That's pretty much that.
And people are pissed off in competitive, because even the competitive players have this as well.
It's awesome.
That's a little wild.
Yeah, I don't think they gave an official statement, but everyone's like kind of joking that like Bungie's statement on this is like, like suck a dick, have fun or something, like enjoy it. I think it's cool. I mean, like oh, you can't play competitive for 2 weeks out of the past 5 years of Destiny. Like, I don't know. Do something else. Have fun with the shitload of grenades everywhere.
I think the point is that competitive is supposed to be
competitive. Yeah. I totally get the complaint, but
it's
just not something happening in the Destiny community right now. But yeah, moving on to another sequel.
So this is kind of just a quick note, not really any. I mean, unless Miguel has any recent updates that he wants to bring to light. I don't know of any major patches, but Division 2.
I mean,
Tom Clancy's the Division 2 best-selling game of March. So it's the second best-selling game of the year. So, which is not really surprising because the first game sold gangbusters too. People forget that.
Yeah,
the first Division sold fucking numbers, man.
And quick update, just really quick on the recent patch that they made. They reworked a bunch of talents, and they delayed the raid. I don't remember how long. I don't even remember they said when. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks. Pretty much to give time for people to go and find new gear.
Yeah, basically
that you want, and probably to they made the changes probably to balance the raid, most likely, because they saw stuff that might have breaked it, and it's like, oh, let's change a couple things to make it probably more challenging, which is cool.
Massive is a really good studio, I think, with as far as balancing stuff. I thought they did a great job with Division 1 as far as like the balancing in the world tiers.
They got it.
Seems like they're doing really well with Division 2 as far as the balancing and all that too. I need to play more Division 2. I think that I just need to get New Dawn out of the way. I'm almost done with Far Cry New Dawn. I think I have like 1 mission left, and then I want to do some collectible stuff quick, and then I might that might be when I jump back into the Division. So, yeah, I'm glad that it's being supported. I'm glad that they're taking the time to make sure the raid is good instead of just shitting it out, So.
Yep. Yeah, that got delayed. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that's actually good because, especially with the talents that they got nerfed, like the big ones that people already had, that's actually good. People could take their time and figure out what's the best gear and stuff like that to farm.
What's that Miyamoto quote?
I mean, that does not work out here at all. But a delayed game is good forever. A broken game is a bad game at launch is broken forever, or something like that.
I mean, it doesn't work at
could have been the rate at launch.
Out and dude,
it could apply in a way. I mean, it's not a 1-to-1, but
no, I'm just saying
that doesn't work for anything anymore because they just patched.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, with updates, that quote kind of.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Unless it's Nintendo games. We're not talking Nintendo.
I think Super Mario Party still hasn't been updated since launch.
Next little thing. By the time you guys start hearing this is going to be out. But we want to talk about it, what we think of Fortnite and what they're doing with the crossover again with Avengers.
So as of right now, they teased. There's
pretty
still
much
image of one of the characters holding Captain America's shield, and then there was a teaser of Stormbreaker, which is Thor's axe from Infinity War. You said there was an Iron Man one too.
I didn't see the Iron Man one with the
Iron Man's glove thrusters
those things,
the repulsor things.
Yeah.
Just those, so not the whole Iron Man suit. So
no, it's just
like it's going to be.
Yes. So I this is what I think. Tell me if you guys. Obviously, they're gonna sell skins, right? That's obvious.
Yeah, they're obviously gonna sell.
Okay, and
just like they did with the NFL stuff.
Yeah.
But not what they did last year. Last year they didn't sell Marvel skins with the Infinity War Thanos mode.
Yeah, they were probably waiting for this one.
It's either that. I think they're gonna sell skins, but I think they're gonna release a mode.
Access.
They're gonna release a
mode
with. If someone grabs something out, it could be like it could be 3 different things. Like the teasers are, if someone has the shield, you could equip it and you could just start throwing that thing to destroy things and kill people. If you got the Stormbringer, you could kill people meleeing them like in one hit. That'd be cool. Or you could throw it. Cool. Exactly. You could do that. And if you had the thrusters, you could fly limitless.
It's like the balloons.
And shoot maybe missiles or something.
See, what I was
If
saying
you
before
find
we
it.
started recording, because last year, and spoilers for Infinity War if you haven't seen it, but it's been a while, so I mean,
The
this is your
snap
fault
is a
if you haven't seen it.
cultural,
Yeah.
phenomenon.
What I was saying before is it would be cool if they made it, if they brought the Thanos mode back from last year, but whoever was Thanos can snap their finger. Like, let's say they had to run around the map to get the Infinity Stones, and then they snapped their fingers, and it just killed half the people in the match. I think that would be a pretty cool idea.
Randomly, that would be kind of
Just randomly.
Oh,
Just
I'd be
like,
so annoying, dude.
Yeah,
it'd be
I don't
cool,
think that-
but you would have
that'd
to
be
play the
so
mode
annoying.
knowing that that's a possibility.
It'd be
you know
cool
what
the
I mean?
first time. I also said maybe I think I misread someone say this, but
Or
like,
at least downed them. You know what I mean? Maybe.
down the end in a squads mode. If maybe like the loading screen is him snapping, and then you jump into the match, and it's the first Fortnite map or something. Like maybe also
That's, I
this
was
bo-
saying that too. Like it changes the map as well. So
Or
yeah,
it changes the map just for that mode to
Yeah.
a bunch of like
also,
adventure stuff.
side point,
build
shout out
that-
to the
that'd be
new
cool as
shout
well.
out
That's
to
a
the
lot
new
of work.
lava mode that they have in Fortnite. Tay was playing it the other day. I haven't played Fortnite in a while, but Tay hopped in the other day, and it's kind of cool. Like the
What is
lava
it,
just
elevator pitch?
rises in the map, and then so the way the map was redesigned with this season, if you haven't played in a while,
It's
is
a
that it's
volcano
kind of
pretty
like
much on
just
there.
a volcanic island now, and there's lava everywhere. And so in this mode, it's like 50v50, I think, but the lava rises as the match goes on. And it's kind of I don't know if I think the circle's there too, but additionally to the circle, the lava rises. So like I saw her playing at the end of a match, and it was like
Can
the
you build
top
up
of
still?
the top. Yeah, you can still build up. So it was like people's building, like there people were standing on the top of
That's
buildings while the
cool.
lava's going. So kind of cool. So they're doing cool stuff with it. I know we fell off personally. Miguel and I, Jeff, you
Building
never really
killed
played
it.
that much.
Yeah, no,
But,
Fortnite's kind of like that GTA style, GTA 5 online style thing, where it's like
it's always changing. There's always
the
weird shit to do with
mainstream
it.
kind of like went away from it, but like the hardcore have like
Oh,
so
the
much
mainstream
to
did
play.
not
You
go
know,
away from it. It is still at 176K.
yeah.
On
Not the
Twitch.
mainstream, but like the zeitgeist or whatever. You know, the industry like chatter.
I don't know.
But no, just back to what our predictions were for this Avengers mode. I think the issue with having the shields, axe, and repulsors around the map is that like you'd have to balance them so heavily, because if like you're having them multiple and then they're underpowered, like if they're scattered throughout, like multiple people can get the shield or something, then it's like, you know, kind of devaluing them. If they're too powerful, then like the one guy who finds them just wins.
I personally
that's
think they're
gonna
just
be-
going to be cosmetic.
Mm,
You could
I
equip
don't
the
know.
shield as a cosmetic. You equip their repulsors as like gloves for a cosmetic, and then the axe is the Stormbreaker is just a skin for the axe. You know what
Yeah, I mean, I would say that in terms of like what Fortnite has been doing with other things, but just using historical
thing, you
evidence
remember-
looking to Thanos LTM last
Exactly.
year.
I was gonna
I
bring
think
that.
it's going to be a mode.
It's gonna be a mode, and it's
I think
gonna
there
be
will be a
someone
mode to it.
grabbing like something. I don't remember. I don't know what it's gonna be, but something, and you're gonna be able to equip that. And like the Stormbringer, you're gonna be able to like kill people
Maybe
in one
3
shot.
different modes.
I
don't
All
think-
revolving around
Nah.
each item.
Nah.
Maybe. Yeah, that's thinking way too much.
It's
But
gonna
yeah,
be similar mechanics to Thanos, dude. Watch.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think they'll definitely
They're
bring
I
it.
think they're
that.
just going to bring that mode back, honestly, and then add some skins or something.
We'll see.
I don't think it's going to be
That'd
as
cool
crazy.
either
as
way.
we're thinking.
I think people would. There's
It would
gonna be a lot of
cool
people
if they
playing.
did some crazy stuff, but I don't think
Oh,
they
yeah,
need to. I think they could just bring that mode back and it'll still do crazy.
Either way, by the way,
What-
we're recording this on the 24th. Endgame comes out in 2 days or tomorrow night. Anything it has Marvel. I'm re-downloading fucking Lego Marvel superheroes right now just because I want to. I'm so in the mood.
Nice.
So I just need more Marvel shit.
Before we move on, I want to bring something up really quick. We know why Fortnite's probably really popular because they keep adding stuff to the game every week, skins or
Yeah, they're
updates
constantly
to
supporting
the-
it. They're always doing.
Yeah, they're
new stuff with
constantly
it.
supporting, which is a good thing for the consumer, right? Because you're always invested. Every week you want to go in there and do the challenges and stuff like that, get new weapons or whatever, skins. But it's not. Just keep in mind, people, if you're listening to this, like there's reports that people are working 70 to 100 hours a week just to create
that.
this. Just keep in mind, if you enjoy this game, just tweet something to Epic, man. Just they need to relax. They need to do something with that environment because it feels similar to the Red Dead story that came out before the game came out. That people
Or
are
Red
like,
Dead
you're
Redemption
not
1.
obligated. Yeah, for Red Dead 2.
I thought that was Red Dead 1.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it was one. It was one or two. I
both
remember.
had
It
stories,
seems
I'm
like
pretty
both.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, two was the leads, like the lead writers.
2 was the 100 hours thing. 1 was, I want to
Yeah.
say, the Wives of Rockstar, but
Yeah, the
Yes,
wives.
yes,
it
yes,
was
yes.
that was one.
Yeah,
That was
Two
Rockstar?
was like the houses.
It was pretty much
were like doing
people were
overtime,
paid.
and it was
A lot of
misinterpreted
people
as the
were.
whole studio was doing overtime, but it was like the leads of the
And
studio
a lot
doing
of people were too.
Just jumping
the
quickly
thing,
back,
just because-
Miguel. On Fortnite on Epic, where, because I'm hearing that. Where's that story coming from?
It's
That's not a
Polygon.
oh, it's Polygon. That's all right.
It's
Yeah, because
by
I'm like, that's not a
let
Jason story.
We have
no,
a link in
it's
our
Polygon.
personal
It's
show docs.
Colin Campbell.
Oh, Colin Campbell. Okay, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. Okay, that's
He's
good.
really good. It's pretty much people coming in there like on the down low. He made the article. He gave no names, but he's one of the respected
Actually,
guys
no.
in the
Hold
industry.
on. I have mixed opinions with Colin Campbell. Colin Campbell,
Everyone.
the one who wrote about Colin
We're not
getting
getting into that.
fired
We're
from
not
Kind
getting
of
into
Funny.
that. Let's not get into
that.
it.
We're not getting into that.
I understand that. Okay.
But
This show
I
is
feel
gonna.
it is.
This show is gonna abstain from.
Yes.
From.
I feel like they need to take a break and they need to do something about this. Like the game doesn't need something every week. It could be every other week.
But that's what the players are asking for. So like, it's this weird balance where like,
dude, they're adding skins, man. It's not like they're changing the map like every 3 weeks. It's every 3 months
And
probably.
they still do have to develop that and design.
I get that, but like for the updates every week, they could chill with that. I mean, you don't need to be adding a gun or adding something.
A fuck ton of money off it. So
personally, I think a good solution to this would be switching up the communication. Maybe I'm not the most in tuned with Epics and like, you know, I don't really follow them on Twitter or anything, but I feel like personally, I'm just like my experience with Call of Duty is that if you don't need to release something every week, just say something every week. And kind of, you know, just like, what's up? What's going on in the studio now? What are you guys working on? Don't release it yet. Work on it, but just let me know. I know that's such an issue with video game secrecy. Like,
yeah, there's no way
and that's not going to happen. But personally, I feel like that'd be a nice step. You know, like, hey guys, we're working on. Like, we have like give it the teasers. I don't know. There's a lot of things. But,
Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, moving on
the
to
last thing.
Yeah, the big meat and potatoes this week. Modern Warfare 4 pretty much revealed.
Before we get into this, I did tweet before all this came out that I had a feeling that on Friday they were gonna start teasing the game, and so pretty much when you're listening to this, hopefully it's happening, and by Sunday in the NBA playoffs and a commercial or something, they're gonna reveal the trailer.
I did see your tweet earlier today before I saw this link too. That's why I tagged you in the group chat.
Before everything of this came out, because I saw it, I tweeted that in the afternoon, and then in the night I saw all this stuff coming out. I'm like, oh, it's happening. It's fucking happening, baby.
Oh, I got some like information right now. When do you guys think James Harden wore the Black Ops 4 hat last year?
Was it?
Like when?
It was in.
It was obviously
right. It was in
yes, it was in the playoffs. It was before one of his games.
Earlier, March 7th was the first.
I know, but that was because World War II was going down the hill, bro.
No,
but
I'm saying
to do it earlier.
That there was an event for James Harden at least to go play Black Ops 4.
Yeah, I know.
And then that came out in October, so I guess Modern Warfare 4 will come out in November.
It's funny how I added the article from IGN. Is like, oh, they revealed the next Call of Duty in the strangest way. It's like, this is not strange.
Yeah, this happens
every year.
This happens every year.
But
always.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Where we're talking about is pretty much pictures that people posted that pretty much the NFL players and sports people got into Call of Duty and played the game. For probably an hour.
Okay, so hold on. So this says a video was uploaded to Reddit from one of the players' Instagrams. It was slowed down with subtitles added. The words Modern Warfare 4 and kill streaks can be heard. Okay, that says a lot, right? That gives us a lot of information to dissect, right?
Yes, but this is not a like surprising. Like, oh, it's Modern Warfare 4 because they already said it in.
We've been talking
like 2 months ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Two months ago in their
the most revolutionary information revealed. It's like, oh, and it's Modern Warfare 4 and it has kill streaks. Oh,
I think we get that point. It's gonna be Modern Warfare 4. We'll be safe forever.
It might be Modern Warfare semicolon something, but it's gonna be a based in the Modern Warfare series.
Yeah, right.
It'd be smart if they put 4 because it will sell more.
Yeah, it's definitely numbered sequels always sell more. I think the best takeaway from this whole thing is that I guess the marketing cycle has begun essentially. So yeah, we're gonna get more. It's gonna be drip fed, of course, because they're not gonna show the trailer for Modern Warfare 4 on the same day a new Operation comes out. So probably,
although who knows with Activision, they like to dip on the same day. Remember when what was it? There was a new so Battle for Azeroth for World of Warcraft came out at like the same time as a Destiny update, which was
that's
Activision.
That's Activision overlapping, but you don't even remember when Chronicles came out.
Oh, dude,
it was do like it all the time before with Infinite Warfare Zombies. No, I'm saying even within Call of Duty, they also cannibalize themselves as well.
They did it all the time when Activision ran Destiny with Destiny and Call of Duty. They released stuff every major stuff the same day.
Overwatch, Destiny, and Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter.
The same day, yeah.
Like just keep in mind, except last year, because like I said, World War II was like tanking really bad. They rebuilt it earlier, but usually they tease and reveal a trailer at the end of April. Usually, that's why my tweet was based on that. Like it's Friday, I think they're gonna start teasing it now. I mean, it started already, right? With this that came out.
Yep.
I still feel that by this time that you're hearing this, there's gonna be small teasers leading to like a date or an hour for the NBA playoffs, like tuning in to the NBA playoffs halftime show and the primetime game, one of the primetime games on Sunday, and they're gonna show the trailer. I feel it in my balls. It's time. I'm ready for the hype, baby. Because I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
Moving on.
There's one more thing. There was an article by what's his face?
Eurogamer, yeah.
Yes, this was just a stretch. But go ahead, because I think
so like the first word of every paragraph pretty much spelled out Modern Warfare 4. What I think
that was a stretch.
What essentially it is this guy knows, like it seems like it's like one of those like secret, like,
I mean, let's be honest,
type secrets,
you know, but you can't talk about it.
Nice.
I'm just saying, you work for Charlie, so you probably know
solely.
Miguel doesn't actually know if he knows. He's just assuming, you know.
No, I'm just assuming because
I literally only know from my predictions.
He knows
better sources.
He knows people.
I'm pretty sure Jason Schreier said several times that like he knows it's Modern Warfare 4. So it seems like more journalists now know it's Modern Warfare 4 and they're just fucking around with it.
Let's move on. So what we're gonna do, and the order of these segments are gonna kind of fluctuate based on what we're talking about each week. I think so. We'll do what we've been playing real quick. We're not going to go into anything crazy.
We're just going to juicy to get into.
Basically, summarize like what we played over the past week. So I played a lot of Far Cry New Dawn, like I mentioned earlier in the show. I think I have one like main mission left, and then there's a bunch of open world stuff I got to do because I'm going to try and go for the platinum on PlayStation. We'll see how long it takes. If it's too tedious, but. What are you talking about? I even said earlier, like I play games like Far Cry on PlayStation for like trophies. So I'm really enjoying it, man. It's like it cannot be understated how much better of a game New Dawn is from Far Cry 5. I think it's just on another level. It's fun to play. Whereas Far Cry 5 was like almost like just such a slog. So I'm really digging it. I really like the highest tier weapons you can get. They're really cool. And the design of them is really cool. They look really cool because it's post-apocalyptic. So you have like a tarp wrapped around the barrel as like a silencer, and there's like a flashlight hollowed out as like a scope. And so it's really cool, the design of them. And then of course I played some Black Ops 4 multiplayer, which we'll get into in a minute. Jeff, you have a lot of stuff written down that you played. Why don't you go quick?
Yeah, Destiny 2 pretty much already said that. I've been playing Revelry. I kind of already actually said exactly what I'm doing in Destiny 2. Black Ops 4 as well. Also said exactly what I'm doing in that. Shouts out, I finally got the Seraph Numbers outfit. That was a bitch. For that one, you have to. Anthony, you saw the clip?
Yeah, it's a terrible clip. I didn't post it on Instagram.
Oh, damn! All right, so it's not gonna get posted. But essentially, because you have to get top 4 with getting a kill with the Annihilator, and I got to kill with the Annihilator right away, and I'm like, I could just wait this out because it was top 4 in squads. So I pretty much just camped for about 10 minutes with I literally had my controller on the floor while a barricade was watching the door. Circles closing in on me, ran out, just kept grappling to until I got into the circle, away from the collapse, getting shot at from both sides, see a vehicle right in front of me, get in the vehicle. By the time I get in the vehicle, the collapse is already halfway on the vehicle, reverse the vehicle into the main circle, all while I'm still getting shot, do a cool U-turn, back up, twist around, going forward into a gas station, open the door to the garage on the side of a gas station, slide in, close the door. No, I'm still alive, heal up, and wait it out again until a whole squad of 4 people 4v1 me, and I get second place. Get Seraph though.
I promise you, the clip is way less exciting than he just made it sound. I watched the clip and I was like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" It's literally just him. He runs around, gets shot at, heals, hides, and then dies. I'm not posting that.
In the moment, it felt like the most badass thing ever. I hope.
I literally turned to my wife. I'm like, "This is a terrible clip. Why did he send it to me?"
I hope my storytelling sold it better than the clip could. Also been trying to get into the Rockstar online games.
Said, I'm usually the good guy in these type of games.
You're the guy that has the good clips.
This looked like a good clip. Trying to get into the Rockstar online games more. I enjoy what they are, and I really like them, but I never have someone to play with. So I'm kind of just saying this. If anyone here has any listeners have a Red Dead 2 or GTA 5 on PS4 and want to squad up with me, just
I actually literally yesterday deleted Red Dead 2 off my hard drive because I have the disc, so I can reinstall it whenever. I'm not getting rid of the game, but it's uninstalled for right now. It's 100 gigs. I'm I haven't touched this in 2 months. I'm not get
it done with the story. You're not playing the online.
So I'm saying get it off my hard drive. And then GTA I haven't had installed in a year.
GTA, I'm a CEO. Shouts out.
Oh boy.
But yeah, next week of course I'll have more to talk about with Far Cry and Anthem. Let me go.
I played Black Ops 4 multiplayer.
So just real quick, let's for new listeners, you and I went real hard with Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer when it launched, and then recently we kind of fell off and we're kind of just burned out of it. So now you're starting to play it again.
Okay, here. I always play Call of Duty. I'm one of those dumbasses that get it every year and play it, and then get pissed off. Stop for a bit,
never gonna buy.
And they come back. I mean, the only reason I bought Infinite Warfare was because of Modern Warfare Remastered. I didn't touch Infinite Warfare for a long time
until I told you the campaign was great.
Because the campaign, exactly, and the zombies were fucking amazing. The best zombies in the fucking franchise.
I liked the zombies. A
lot better than the Treyarch zombies.
What was the first map in Infinite Warfare zombies?
The park one. I forgot the name.
Space.
Space
zombies
something.
in Spaceland.
Yeah, it was fucking great. It's the best fucking thing ever.
I like the design of that map.
I think we both fell off because the specialist was one of the things, and the health, 150 health.
We were just getting frustrated with it. I think it was that on top of
inconsistent fucking gunfights, the bullshit kills from.
For me specifically, a large reason why I fell off.
The addition of Zero.
Oh, see, I play as Zero so that we have someone to counter.
Now you do.
Yeah.
Not at the
beginning. A large reason why I got burnt out is because just the contraband, and it's I felt like I was forced to play every single day when maybe I didn't want to play every single day. Yeah. Okay. Well, is this what you pretty much all you want to talk about for
Blackout? World War Z. Buy that game. It's fucking great.
Oh right, yeah, I did play World War Z this past week too. We got to play together. We still haven't played together.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I have a question.
It's really fun.
Did you guys play in the Jerusalem area yet?
I played in Japan and New York.
I'm still in New York because I was playing a lot of the multiplayer thing, which is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was a multiplayer. I thought on the main menu where it said multiplayer, I thought that's just to go play the campaign. I didn't realize there's a whole multiplayer suite. It's
actually
it's cool, there's a decent amount of content in this game. Considering websites are saying it's kind of bare bones, but it seems like there's.
It's getting 7s and 8s, so let's relax with that. It's good.
It's a good.
They can build on it, and it's $40.
$35 on Epic Game Store if you get it on PC.
Yeah.
I only asked that because I was watching because I was curious, like a Jerusalem depicted in a video game, and I watched a video, and it looked nothing like Jerusalem. I lived in Jerusalem for a year.
Yeah, dude, they're not gonna. I mean, New York doesn't look like New York. It looks
Okay,
like any other
places
big
don't
city.
look. Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering. All right,
you can say it's Chicago, and they'll be like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, like Tokyo. I just sure, it just looked like a bunch of
it looks
buildings.
like an Asian. Yeah, exactly. It looks
really?
like
Were there no like iconic? Was there no like iconic
gonna,
buildings in New York?
No, I mean it's not. It doesn't. It doesn't span across like a whole city. It's like Left 4 Dead size levels, you know. So. Yeah. I wish you would get it on PC with us. You would actually really like it. I think.
Yeah, I think it's Left 4 Dead, dude. Honestly, but
we'd actually probably do some cool plays of it.
But without like the really tactical stuff, it's more.
It's
more fun.
You can fuck around in it. Yeah, there's like whereas in like Call of Duty Zombies, like you get hit 3 times, you die. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like for like you die fast in Call of Duty Zombies. In this game, you can fuck around a lot, and it's fun.
It's great.
Nice.
And the Vision, I think I played for a bit. It wasn't that much.
So you got your first exotic, right? You said?
I got 2 exotics. I forgot the name of them. But I pretty much got my first one. And I was so fucking excited that I'm like, I'm taking a break. It's
like it's gonna be a while until I get my next one. So
I got pretty much everything that I need for my next 2. But I just need to play it and hope for a drop of 2 guns, which kind of sucks. I need a Desert Eagle that it needs to drop for me, an exotic Desert Eagle, and an exotic shotgun. I forgot, Sweet Dreams, I think it's called, so I could craft the exotics because I already got the blueprints.
Cool.
It's cool. I mean, I'm waiting for the rate. For them to announce the rate so I could start playing again, get into it.
Right, you're kind of right. Because you're max world tier 5.
Yeah, I'm not max. I'm at 500 right now. I think the max is like 515 or something like that.
Okay, so but you're
pretty much grind. I'm there.
Much.
I'm there.
You're like ready soft cap basically.
Yeah. Let's get into the big topic, man.
Yeah. So every week we're gonna have a weekly meta discussion. This week specifically, we're going to be talking about, like we mentioned previously, Black Ops 4. So this week we're going to talk about the what we think the state of Black Ops 4 is. So let's just kind of get into it. What do you guys think the state of? So Jeff, you're the zombies guy, and out of the 3 of us, I think you play Blackout the most as well.
Yeah. So what do
you want to start with that, or do you want to start with multiplayer?
I can start with zombies. I mean, it's gonna be pretty light. So the biggest issue right now with zombies. Okay, wow, I'm such a negative person. I can't believe I started with that. No, let's start with the positives. The new map came out last month. Yeah, and zombies. The new map came out last month. Ancient Evil.
It's just zombies. That's a positive.
Oh, hi.
I'm fucking wrong with you, man.
And the map is great. 4 different buildable wonder weapons with 2 upgrades each. Really fantastic stuff. The gauntlets are amazing. The only reason I really haven't been playing that map more is because I've really only been playing zombies for the calling, which is good. I mean, I'm playing zombies. I'm doing about 20 minutes a day of zombies. That's a great thing. That was something not there at launch at all. A reason to play daily. Now they finally added that.
Just getting daily at the beginning was to find the Easter egg, so you don't need that. Even though it was crashing after, right? But
okay. For the beginning, the reason to play is Easter eggs. I guess so. What I meant is after Easter eggs, there wasn't really a reason to play anymore. So like November, December was kind of bare, until there was a new map. But besides that, zombies is really good. The biggest issue that I want to get to, I just want to compliment Ancient Evil for being so good. Also, shouts out positive server pause. That's like how we got the Easter egg done, the Ancient Evil Easter egg done. Me and my crew. I had to look up something in the middle because it was a pretty simple Easter egg, but like I totally forgot something. I had to like, yo, Timmy, pause the game, and it was all paused for everyone online. Amazing. No need to hold a crawler. But the issue is factions. Zombie factions is still delayed. This was coming up. What?
That's not gonna come out.
I mean, they are pushing it.
It's gonna come out and it's gonna go to mobile.
They are pushing it so far back. This was something that they said was ready for launch. Was ready at launch, and they haven't really gave any details about it. It's like intense details about it since last year. They've been pretty much every like 2 months giving like a little like, yeah, we're working on it. It's a big thing, so it's taking a lot of time. Don't expect it this operation. Expect it later this year. And it's like, okay,
You know what?
I hope that means this operation though, because if it's not, then like,
you know,
guys.
the other thing they announced was gonna be ready at launch.
What?
Multiplayer.
Nice.
I mean,
at least that was there. I don't think they ever said leaderboards at launch. Like that was like they said factions would be there.
The first month.
Yes, they did. Yeah. And then they quickly came back and were like, "Oh, sorry about that."
You're getting into the what's the actual state of zombies right now? We're like the communities of zombies, like the
community. Oh God,
what's going on? Give me a
okay. So that's actually a good point.
That's what I want. That's what I want to go to.
Trying to learn about this system more. Meta wise, if we're talking about the overall community, is in such disarray. There's still so much infighting for no reason. You go on Reddit, you bring up any of the YouTubers. No, they're the reason the zombie community suck. They're ruining the community. Like, my guy, stop fucking blaming Mr. Rothwaffles of famous, a popular zombies YouTuber.
One of the biggest ones, yeah.
For the issues that Black Ops 4 is having. Like, people are literally blaming this guy because he's pointing out he's pointing out the issues. It's like when Jason Schreier announces a game's delayed and people like
bitch at him.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, why are you doing all these kids?" Like, you man, dude, like, you serious? But don't shoot the messenger. Like, Mr. Rothwaffles is explaining why the game is not right now. Just because I feel Timmy actually brought this up, that when the YouTubers say that, when the YouTubers have complaints about the games, the community and the Reddit and the players get they feel that those YouTubers are kind of like devaluing their playtime. That like, hey, I'm a player. I spent 1,000 hours doing grinding camos. Like, don't tell me the game's in shit. The game's great because I'm playing. Like, so it's kind of like they take personal offense when someone's criticizing it, which I see in a way. You had a comparison to something, or
it's funny that it's the opposite for multiplayer. When people talk shit about the multiplayer, people like support that YouTuber more. And when you talk positive about it,
very true. That's a good point. But yeah, so
let me question for you, Mr. Jeffrey, about zombies. Mr. Zombie, everything knows zombie, or I gotta come out with something.
Nice. Work on it.
Yeah, well, I'll work on it. Don't worry. So you're telling me that the state of zombies, especially, and you said it, you stated this, that the only reason you're playing, and I feel like a lot of people are playing zombies for, it's just to do the calling.
Yes, for progression. I want to feel like I'm progressing in a game and I'm earning something. And camos, sure, they exist, but getting 2,400 headshots with a pistol for a silverfish camo, that's not progression. Progression, like,
and
even though I hate loot boxes, I still feel like getting a tier is like something,
I see, but that goes back into why I felt like I was getting burned out from this game. Is that I would literally just log in every day. I would either do the calling if it was reasonable, or if it was like get 600 headshots, I'm like, all right, never mind. And then I would go do my tier in blackout. And I just felt like I was forcing myself to play this game every day instead of kind of just playing when I wanted. And that's kind of why I got burned out of the game. Aside from
I know. I totally feel that. And it's kind of just like a personal preference right now for me, where I like enjoy that like little like one loot box, like one tier up thing. Like, I have something to show for my work in a way. I don't know. I see the flaws in my own logic, like my own philosophy on this, but I'm enjoying it.
So it's not good. Let's just say that for zombies.
The state of the zombies within the game is positive. The glaring negative is we're still waiting on factions.
But is that gonna change something majorly?
Oh, it better. If it doesn't,
see that you're expecting that, but you don't know that.
Which I'm expecting it based on what they. Yeah, it really is. I mean, everyone uses like a comment. It's like, stop hyping up factions.
It's not gonna be something game changing that you're gonna be like, oh, I'm back at zombies with zombies. What's gonna do that? It's a new map.
Yeah, which Ancient Evil did do. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, the hope.
Any quick
is that? Yeah.
Exactly. What's your hope that
the hope is that factions comes. The hope is that faction comes and gives the community that like spark more than a map would. That's the dream. that like factions comes like, wow,
That
this
can
is
be
like
hard to do.
this is a 3 maps game. It is hard to do, but when you announce something in April of 2018, don't drop it when it's supposed to in October 2018, and then hold it for half a year.
You know,
It better come up like that, Spark.
before we move on to Blackout, just a quick thing for zombies. The last thing that I'm gonna say after we could move on from this, but the problem with zombies is that Treyarch should be the only ones doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because people are. I feel like they're tired of zombies. Because for the last 30 years, we had zombies.
I made a tweet about this. Yeah, for every
And-
year since
it was
2008.
special when Treyarch did it the first time, did it the second time, and did it the third time, and then from there, every other Call of Duty had some type of zombies, except Ghost that they had something else, which I hope they bring back. And Infinite Warfare, Infinite War.
In modern warfare, Infinity Ward.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. Very
Fucked it
confusing.
up.
A lot of wars, a lot of finites.
But,
I still can't believe Infinity Ward made a game called Infinite Warfare.
That's actually hilarious.
Like,
okay. But my point is that
Yeah.
they should take a break, and it seems like Modern Warfare 4 it's gonna do that. But Sledgehammer shouldn't touch zombies. Just let zombies either be something separate that comes out every like 2 years, or just leave it for Treyarch. Because I feel like at this point it's bad. The state of the zombies and Black Ops 4, it's bad because people are just tired of
due to fatigue. Yeah,
fatigue.
I believe that that we zombies will stay focused for the next year. Modern Warfare 4 most likely won't have a zombies. I think so because they already said seasons for Black Ops. I think we'll get Treyarch doing zombies throughout the future years while no one else does zombies.
But that's my opinion for the fatigue. But
you'll see.
Any last
no,
comments?
I think that's about it. I mean, segueing to Blackout. The first thing I would say about Blackout in terms of state of is why the fuck are the zombies buffed? The zombies in Blackout, I think, have do more damage and take more damage than they used to. I don't know if anyone else has been feeling that. I don't think you guys really drop at zombie spawn
only, or just overall
in the main map. Alcatraz, I don't really actually shoot the zombies that much in Alcatraz. The main map though, the zombies seem to have like start taking like double that, like they half damage. I guess they.
Yeah, I don't even fuck with zombies anymore. I know you go to like the zombie locations a lot. Like you go to Asylum and you go to Transit a lot. I don't even fuck with them. I run away from them if I see them. I don't deal with them.
So then, what do you guys think about the non-zombie parts of Blackout?
I haven't played it too much. I like Alcatraz. I'm still curious to see like what they're gonna do with it. Like if they're gonna add it like as add like a map selector like in PUBG. I'm wondering if they're gonna do that with Alcatraz or if it's just a limited time map. You know what I mean? We don't know. So, but I dig it. It's cool. It's fun. I mean, it's not. I don't think you could really play Alcatraz and be serious because of the fact that it's really just like, are you the last person with a med kit in the end of the game? You know what I mean? So, but it's fun. It's an easy way to get tiers because you just drop on the roof of the prison, kill someone quick, and then die. So
it's very sweaty. Yeah,
very nice. I like that. Okay, my belief for the state of for Blackout, especially, I think overall is in a good state. Everything feels like it's balanced now, and now that it's free, I think people are probably playing more because it's free for the month of April.
Right, and that does end soon.
Yes,
April 30th.
Now,
the month of April 30th.
I mean, that's why I said April. The month.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Go continue.
Okay. I just think the mode is. It feels like you're playing. I can't take it serious because it feels the mechanics of Blackout feel too similar to multiplayer.
Interesting.
And at the end, like I want it to feel more like PUBG. Especially
you want the controls to feel worse.
No. I mean the feeling. The feeling. Because
it's because Call of Duty has such a tight.
You have equipment wise. you can't like I can't express it like that feeling, that rush that you have with PUBG towards the end. It's not there.
It feels like almost arcadey towards the end of a match versus like PUBG is super sweaty at the end of a match. It's because the combat is so tight that it's like it doesn't. You know,
and
I'm kind of with you on that.
I think it's gonna be in a good state just because that's their baby, Treyarch. This for Black Ops 4, that's their baby. That's what they're taking care of. Everything that comes out for that mode is free. Every time they add a weapon, it's free. You could find it in the map. Every update is free. I mean, right now, hopefully they could add another like new map, extra new map that is big. But overall, I think the state of Blackout is in a good state, other than maybe fixing the servers a little bit more. So it does feel sometimes you could even see it when some people start lagging, and you're like, nope, you turn around and run the opposite way. Oh, and the vehicles, man, they need to. I feel like it gets annoying that when I die to a vehicle, I don't know if it's just me.
They have nerfed those motherfuckers without even telling me. I don't know. I mean, I'm the one who's
down, dude, and especially because the sound mechanics in the game, the audio, it's not there. There's sometimes someone they don't have that silence on, and I can hear them, and they just like poof, vehicle wise. Like,
or sometimes they'll sound like they're above you and they're behind you, or sometimes they'll sound like they're like to the right and then they kill you from the left.
But I know that's hard. Even PUBG still doesn't have that like lockdown. But that, I mean, overall, I think the game is just in a good state right now. They need to change the map, maybe add more stuff to the map more regularly. Just to make
I think that's the only thing I could really think of that I would want from Blackout as well. Is just update the map more often.
I wonder if next week, Tuesday, in the new operation, we're going to see a map update. Just because in the past, when they have done map updates, they usually tease them beforehand with like either like in-game little like sticks that they've done.
They started the teasers, so you might
get. They started the operation teaser, but not the Blackout.
It might be there, bro.
It might be. It might come. Yeah, by the time this episode airs, we could easily see.
There's another teaser right now.
Yeah, very, very well could be. So, all right, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you guys kept mentioning more maps. I would say no to that.
I'm saying a new map, a big map.
Yeah, I would kind of like how Miramar was added for, even though we don't like Miramar, but like a good bigger map.
And I'm not saying right now. I'm saying closer to like Modern Warfare comes out, because Blackout's gonna get separated and it's gonna be free. My opinion.
I think it. Yeah, I think they'll release a standalone.
And they need to do another map. I think Alcatraz, like we were talking about, it's gonna stay in the rotation because they need to have something different.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to obviously add more maps overall. If they're not gonna add something to this, what's the name of it's just Blackout map? I guess
Blackout map. Yeah.
They need to either do that on a new map or just change the map more constantly.
I'm down with them. Just keep evolving the same Blackout map and have Alcatraz there always, of course. And I think that'd be really cool if they do add a brand new map. But if they do, make sure I would only want a new map in November. If you're gonna have a new big map,
saying, like closer to the release, not even at November, because that's gonna like capitalize the Modern Warfare stuff.
Yeah, true.
A month before,
October.
October. Up, maybe a map from like
Modern Warfare,
terminal or something, just to like, hey, it's something new, and just people could, get that fucking nice little rush, baby, playing, terminal, baby.
Dude, terminal, like high rise, throw Crash in there.
I mean, it seems like their Nuketown is terminal. So,
you could definitely expand terminal to a bigger map like Nuketown was.
Something, but
so many ideas for that.
Yeah, exactly. But I think overall we could agree that the state for Blackout, it's in a solid state right now.
Yeah,
it's their baby.
I still say I think Blackout's my favorite battle royale, and I think it's so fun to play. I really love Blackout.
Yeah, I personally don't think it's my favorite. I think I would have to go probably. I don't know. It's between Apex and PUBG, honestly, for me.
Mine is PUBG, but
Yeah,
just because of the
I really like Apex because I just love Titanfall combat, and it's basically Titanfall without the jump jets or the Titans. But I do
with the falling, actually, a lot of falling in Apex.
Well, not a
moving
Titan
on though
falling.
to
so the big stake, baby.
Specialist
Yeah,
HQ. Oh, what'd you say? We're not talking about the state of Specialist HQ.
Oh my god! I literally am not even joking. I literally forgot Specialist HQ as part of the game.
We're not touching that.
You want to talk about the state of theater mode, right?
That's
All right,
actually
let's talk
really
about the multiplayer,
which actually is still broken.
It's broken,
It's unreal.
It's still like, what the fuck? The state
The
of
fact that theater mode can't capture a whole blackout match is hilarious to me. But let's get into multiplayer. So,
Miguel, I got a big fucking thing of Brent on the game, but
yeah, I mean, you and I kind of fall pretty much in line with multiplayer. Neither of us really like the fact that this game has 150 health versus 100 health. Time to kill always feels really off and inconsistent in core, which is why we usually end up playing hardcore. And the specialist equipment, some of it's fine, some of it is useless, and some of it is way overpowered. So like the cluster grenade, I know they supposedly balanced it. I'll play more this week and kind of gather some thoughts on it. But I mean, the cluster grenade was bullshit. The secret drone, it's just always a feels bad moment with the secret drone, man, because there's no way to get out of it.
Yeah, spray.
Dude,
spray.
You gotta time it.
No, but even if it gets you from the side or from behind or something, or like even if you're aiming like level and it's under you, like you can't aim down enough to get it sometimes. Like sometimes you just physically can't do anything about it.
It's
just a feels bad. It's just a feels bad equipment.
Yeah.
And then other like recon, he's kind of useless now. I feel like no one really plays recon. I feel like hardcore. Yeah, I don't know.
Hardcore, it's pretty much hardcore. You're always gonna see a recon in hardcore.
Yeah, my biggest issues recently are the MOG is still way overpowered with the long barrel and the fire attachment. It's still ridiculously overpowered, even in core with the long barrel and the fire attachment. And then the paladin.
Something has to balance the paladin. So there you go.
Yeah, the paladin is they got to do something about this paladin, man. It's ridiculous. People are no scoping me. People are quick scoping me. It's ridiculous, and they're shooting me in the foot, in the leg. There's nothing I can do about it. So, I mean, when you run up to a guy with a cordite point blank, and they turn around and they have enough time to turn around and kill you without even scoping in with a paladin, there's a problem.
Jeff thinks that's fine, but I mean,
I don't think it's fine. I think just quick scoping's a thing. I don't know,
but it feels so much more prominent in this than it's in Black Ops 3 or World War II or Infinite Warfare. Or
health.
Yeah.
The problem is that like
people,
the problem is that the other guns don't feel like they kill you fast enough to kind of balance out the quick scoping. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I should be killing someone with a cordite or a GKS or something,
especially if you start shooting first.
And that's what I'm saying.
You're hitting your shot.
Like I feel like the other guns aren't balanced to the damage that the snipers output. At least the paladin.
I mean, people could say the Mach 12 or whatever, but at least you need to get close to kill someone.
No, you don't. Not with the long barrel. The Mog is out of control too. I think personally.
I mean, the maps are small, dude. If you play in Madagascar,
I don't know, man. Like,
come on, bro.
Dude, I was getting killed from like across the roof on lockdown with a MOG. It's like, it's unreal. Like I have a rampage, shoot them first, and then they one shot me with a MOG. Like I don't know.
You're playing hardcore?
No, in core.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I like it. I'm using it, so whatever. Jeffrey, give me your thoughts really quick. Because I'm gonna
yeah, I mean the thing is, I think it's just
because you play once in a while, right? You're not.
I mean, I have fucking 2 days in MP, but yeah, like that's it's the lowest of all 3 modes. And the thing is, like, it's always hard to speak on like, oh, the snipers are bullshit or this is bullshit when I feel like it's so is it happening to you type thing, you know? I could go 100 games and literally never get quick scope, whereas someone could go 1 game and get quick scope, and it's really it's random. It depends.
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it could happen to you when it's not happening to me, and that's like kind of like the issue when you're talking about that. I'm just trying to think of anything that's like a prevalent thing. I think what you could call them the bloop snipers, the bloop copters.
The bloop copters heaven, baby.
The sniper helicopters. I think those still feel so fucking annoying. Like,
it's so good, dude.
I
could blue people without fucking having the pattern, bro.
Even with fast lock on, my Hellion can't lock on fast enough to knock him out of the sky.
That's how kill streak should feel.
I feel like they still should take a little longer until they snipe you.
It should feel unstoppable. That's what
I don't know. Strike team for the amount of points it takes to get it. Sometimes it feels. I mean, when I get it, yeah, it's awesome. When the other team gets it, it's like, all right, this is bullshit. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I usually
the kill streaks aren't my biggest complaint.
Yeah, I mean,
enough they're okay now, but
just my final take on MP is I don't have any real things I hate about it, but nothing I
guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's there. It's like I'm alright. It doesn't.
You haven't been the big multiplayer guy in the past Call of Duties, I assume.
The past recent Call of Duties, Black Ops 3, I think I like 5 prestige or something, or maybe 6 prestige. Black Ops 3 I really liked. Infinite Warfare, not really. Yeah, recently
a lot of people didn't play.
you know what it is? I just fucking put it together when I switched to Destiny. When Destiny became my primary PvP game, you know. Because Black Ops 3 was the last game I was playing OD PvP on. But yeah, I thought thumbs up all around. Black Ops 3, I think right now we could say in conclusion is
no.
No?
I got the conclusion, bro.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
You're not taking that from me. I'm Mr. Multiplayer, all right?
The Mr. Conclusion.
Yes, Mr. Conclusion for the multiplayer. The state of, I'm gonna say it right now, the state of multiplayer, Black Ops 4 multiplayer, it's bad.
Ooh,
bad. It's bad. My opinion, and I'm not the only one. A lot of the
I'd say it's on the weaker side.
It's really bad. You started it. The pattern feels super OP. The snipers, it's pretty much every sniper except the SDM, which is the automatic sniper, feels super OP because of the health. You can have announced the game as a tactical shooter when there's really nothing tactical about the game. It's just chaotic. The experience is chaotic. The specialists are chaotic. It's frustrating to die, especially if you're in a good streak. If you're a good player and you have a nice streak going, and I've been close to the fucking nuke, and then someone just comes out that I'm being destroyed for the whole match, and someone just gets the grenade, the war machine, and
the war machine, they just lob a grenade in. It doesn't even explode near you, but somehow it still kills you.
It's frustrating, man. It's really, really sucks because it takes out the.
Doesn't feel earned. Like it feels like, oh, this fucking asshole just got the war machine at the end of the match because it took him forever to get the war machine, and now they just killed me for doing nothing.
They're doing this because for them, people are gonna feel more not intimidated to play. But that was not the point of COD, man. The point of COD was you get your shit kicked in for the first week or two, and you
it made you get better at the game. Yeah, I feel like Black Ops 3 didn't have as big of an issue with the balancing of the abilities,
because of the movement. Because you were able, if
the
someone
wall
had
and the jump jets and shit.
Exactly, because you were able to dodge it really quick if you were fast enough. That's why. That's why the specialists were not as big of a problem than in this game. Because you don't have that. That's why you see everyone jumping.
Yeah, they're doing bunny hops and shit. Yeah,
exactly.
I hate it, but I've been doing it lately because kids with Mogs and kids with Paladins. I don't want to, but I have to. So
you have to.
I can agree with that.
The maps are not good overall. The best maps are the remaster maps.
Jungle.
For jungle.
I really like base vanilla Arsenal. I don't really like the Sandstorm Arsenal.
That is from the newer ones. That is the best one, the original one, without the Sandstorm at the end.
Yeah, like vanilla Arsenal, vanilla Seaside, vanilla. Well, I guess it's the Seaside nighttime. That's fine, whatever. But Seaside is good. Vanilla Arsenal is good, and vanilla. What's the one we like? with the beach. And
the Contraband.
Contraband. I think base vanilla Contraband is good. I don't like this. I don't like the Hurricane one.
They're just okay.
Splash.
Nuketown is fucking.
They do feel very MOBA like maps, though. You know what I mean? Like they don't feel like Call of Duty maps.
See,
it's like so blatantly like 3-lane structure. You know what I mean?
And people somewhat liked, and that's fine. But and people gave so much shit to Ghost. The game's great. Why? Because the maps were not that, dude. And they still had flow, except the big one with Stonehaven, I think. That was just
honestly, I stand by. I think that the reason why Ghosts got so much bad media
is people were tired of the same shit.
Well, not even that. I feel like because the campaign was kind of bleh. Yeah, and I feel like people that didn't really even actively play like Call of Duty multiplayer, like personalities on podcasts from like IGN and stuff. Like I remember like distinctly Marty Sleva was like, "Oh, Ghost is terrible." I'm like, "Did you even play it? Like, did you play anything other than the campaign?" You know what I mean? So I feel like it's people like that were kind of shitting on Ghost. I feel like Ghost was a way better multiplayer than people gave it credit for. I'm with you on that.
System. It was the best thing they had. It's better than the Pick 10 system, but whatever.
Yeah. What game had the Pick 13 system?
Was that Ghost?
I was watching a video about
Advanced
that.
Warfare?
I did not know. That sounds. You could edit your kill streaks. I know Infinite Warfare had that.
I liked Advanced Warfare. I know you didn't like it, Miguel. I liked it.
It was something different for the first 2 weeks, and then I just hated it because the movement was way too fast.
Oh, see, I liked it. I liked the ability where instead of jump jets, it was burst, like jump bursts. I liked it.
Besides, but
real quick,
wrapping it all up.
It's in a bad state, in my opinion, because they were trying to make something different, and it's out there already that they were trying to make
too much.
Overwatch. They were trying to make Overwatch.
And then they had to like reverse on it in the middle.
And if they just change the health to 100 and just at least that, it would feel less frustrating. And I think it would feel more like usual COD.
And Jeff, I feel like you get hung up on when we say 150 health versus 100 health because they're just numbers. What we're saying is like, forget the numbers. We just want time to kill should be more like previous Call of Duties. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I also find it annoying sometimes, but it's the classic thing where it's like when it benefits me, I enjoy it. You know, like when I'm still alive with 10 health, that's a good feeling. Yeah, but when I kill someone and they have 10 health, that's bullshit. You know.
Yeah. Time to kill does.
But I feel that. I feel it is a slightly too long. Definitely especially after playing World War II for a bit.
And like the fact that I get hit markers in hardcore is nonsense. It's total nonsense.
Oh yeah, it's stupid. It's especially with SMGs.
Yeah,
but with a pistol is one shot.
SMGs are in a shit state. I was reading a whole post on that. How ARs are better at SMGs than SMGs.
Yes. But it switches from every game. It's bad because of the health, dude. I'm going back to 150.
Yeah, the time to kill.
SMGs, especially in long, like if you're close range, you're fine with an SMG. But in longer ranges, because it takes sometimes up to 9 shots to kill someone, that's what they're bad. That's why people don't use them that much. Unless they're playing like a Nuketown or smaller maps. Or you're rushing.
Which is weird because in the last 2 Contrabands, 2 of the guns that you had to grind to unlock were the Switchblade and the Demon. And the Demon was tier 50 and the Switchblade was tier 100 for this past one.
That is actually decent. Which is a good thing.
What? Which one?
The Demon.
It's and we're going to wrap this up, but like we'll get into it. So, so we're going to wrap this up. We're going to move into our current loadouts. If you're listening to this main topic on YouTube, you can tune into the main podcast to hear what current loadouts we use. But this is going to wrap up the weekly meta for now, and then we're going to get into what guns we've actually been using.
But yeah, so we all think
we all think Black Ops 4, it's in a
above average
overall. I think
it's in a lower than average state right now.
You're overall. Saying that because you play a lot of Blackout and you enjoy that.
The Blackout and Zombies positives
and Zombies are like in the middle.
If you're a multiplayer Call of Duty fan, I don't think that it's in a good state. If you're a Zombies or a Blackout fan, you're doing okay.
It's in the worst state that it could be for the last recent Call of Duties.
I just think that
Warfare was good, but people didn't like it because they were tired of the fucking flying around, the boosting.
See, I just felt like it just didn't. Infinite Warfare didn't feel right.
I played a lot of tactical TDM, which took the boosting, and the game was fine, dude. I was like, why didn't you just did this? Because the game felt fucking amazing when I was in tactical.
Yeah, but just also to clarify one thing, you said it's in the worst state compared to other Call of Duties, but compared to Black Ops 4, I don't think it's in the it's in one of the, like
Black Ops 4, comparing it to what?
Black Ops 4. In Black Ops 4 right now compared to Black Ops 4 throughout its life cycle, would you say it's in a pretty good state?
Multiplayer, I think, is worse than it's been. Zombies and Blackout are better than they were.
I mean, multiplayer is bad. The other part they wouldn't even touch because of the contraband is bad. Because of the fucking multiple fucking
I mean, loot boxes. That'll be a new episode. That'll be a whole topic.
Because of the way they're charging $30 for a hammer, that you could go buy an actual hammer for like $10. Just how they're extracting all the juice from multiplayer instead of Blackout. That's one of the reasons that I view Black Ops 4 as below average. It's not even close to being one of my favorite. It's the least favorite Black Ops from the series. It's the last one.
No, well, I'm just saying. Black Ops 4 in April 24th, is that better or worse than Black Ops 4 in January?
I
think it's been bad since January, honestly.
When did Zero came out? Because that one killed
December 14th. December 14th.
Yeah, I think it's been bad since Zero.
It's still bad. With the dates that you gave me, it's still bad. Because before Zero came out, I was having some type of fun because I was getting kill streaks and they were not getting fucking destroyed. That Zero was a huge problem, and a lot of people were pissed off on Zero.
All right, so Miguel thinks it's been in a downward spiral since Zero. Anthony seems to agree as well, and I think it's been on the incline. Please let us know what you think. Please let us know what you think on Twitter and Instagram at FTR_pod. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/fasterthanreloading, all one word. YouTube, youtube.com/fasterthanreloading. In the comments, let us know everywhere.
It's youtube.com/c/fasterthanreloading, just so you
know. Check it out. It also works. youtube.com/fasterthanreloading. I tested it out.
Without the C?
Straight up. Check it out. Yeah, it works. So all those places, let us know what you think. We will read them on air next episode in our wrap-up section. But moving on.
Would you look at that? It works.
Yeah, I told you.
How about that? Also, real quick, before we move on from Call of Duty, shout out to the fact that Infinite Warfare for PS4 is currently $5 pre-owned at GameStop. So I might.
Hey, dude, I got World War II pre-owned for $10 at GameStop.
I'm glad that you told me to come back to Infinite Warfare because it has the best campaign.
Campaign is so good.
From the PS4
since the PS4 launched. So yes. From Ghosts on, I think it is
the best campaign.
Yeah,
from most recent CODs, my opinion.
Get behind that.
I mean, can you compare it to Black Ops 4 campaign?
Special HQ, bro.
Let's get into.
Yeah, let's. So yeah, we're kind of going longer than we ever have.
Yeah, this is probably the longest episode we've done in a long time.
100 was 2 hours.
So. 100, yeah. Well, moving on, at not 100, and not episode 100, not episode 1. We'll keep it more to an hour, listeners. But yeah, so what our loadouts are, Anthony, if you want to introduce the segment.
Yeah, so with this section, this segment, we basically just talk about what we're currently running in whatever game we talk about for the weekly meta. So if we talk about Far Cry, we're going to talk about what we're using in Far Cry. If we're talking about Call of Duty, it's what loadouts we're using in Call of Duty. So because we talked about Call of Duty, Miguel and I are going to talk about what we're using for loadouts. Jeff didn't play Call of Duty, so he's going to talk about
I did. No, I just totally just keep going. I forget it.
Never mind. He's going to talk about his
behind the scenes shit. I have to.
Okay. Peek behind the curtain. So yeah, so in Black Ops 4, I've been running 2 different classes, which are mostly the same, but the primary is different, but I think everything else is the same. I have been using the Cordite with the belt feed, which is the operator mod or specialist mod. Yeah, it's operator mod, right? Because I keep getting fucked up because like Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, it's operator.
Every word means
Call of Duty is specialist, but then the operator mod.
The game, don't know, dude. Come on.
Yeah, like so whatever. So it's the mod that you can add on that costs 2 slots. So I'm using the belt feed and then long barrel and grip on the cordite, and then the other one is the switchblade, which I'm using the stock stabilizer on red dot. I don't mind the switchblade as you seem to hate it. I don't mind it. I mean
if you add a bunch of stuff to it, it's fucking great.
Oh yeah, you need the stabilizer on it. You need the stabilizer on it. But I'm digging it. I mean, I figure I spent so much time to unlock it on the contraband. I might as well give it a fair shake. So I'm digging it
because we're idiots.
Well, yeah, because we're fucking, and we're about to do it all over again. Probably. it's like the CJ meme. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
It's easier.
And then secondary, I'm using the Rampage shotgun, which it's really fun to just fuck around with, and especially in hardcore. It's just so stupid good in hardcore, and it's even pretty good in core. So I'm digging the Rampage. And I don't even think I'm putting any attachments on it. I wish it had a long barrel just so it can go against the Mog, but the Mog beats it every time when Mog has a long barrel versus a Rampage. So put what on it?
Max load on it. It's an attachment. Put it on there.
I don't know if I have it unlocked. Yeah, I'll look into that then.
It's the last thing you unlock.
And then I'm running stim shot. I run stim on all my classes. It's a must have.
You gotta.
It's a must have. And then specialist equipment. I don't run grenades in any of my classes. I just go specialist equipment. I usually play as 0, just to take out barricades. And I just fucking can't stand the barricades. Yeah, I think it's hilarious that that Zero's EMP grenade takes out razor wire. Like it just makes no sense, but whatever. And then I'm running engineer, gung ho, and then what's the tracking perk for perk 3? I just started using it because I never used it. I usually don't run a perk 3. I usually take an extra attachment over a perk 3. But I'm using the one. It's basically like the Bloodhound perk from Apex.
Something. I forgot the name.
Yeah, it's something tracking whatever. But you see like footsteps and stuff. So I've been using it recently.
Tracker.
It's kind of cool.
Tracker.
Oh, it's just tracker.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've been messing with that this past week. Usually, like I said, I use
that on almost all my classes.
I either use Squad Link on hardcore, or I just take off in core. I take off the perk and add an extra attachment. So I've been using that. It's cool. Miguel, what are you using?
In core, because I usually play hardcore, but in core, because I jump into back of the game and I just want to have fun. I don't want to go too hard, so I'm using like the low kill streaks right now. But in core, I'm using the melee weapon, the Santa. What's the name of it? Because I don't have Santa. I need to unlock it, and I'm not gonna use that. I'm using that. I'm using it with stem shot because obviously you're gonna have to. Because if you're rushing and you're all over the place, you need to. With this, I'm using with this class, especially Fire Break. I'm gonna get into the reason why.
Fire Break.
But the specialist weapon, obviously reactive core. I'm using engineer, flat jacket. It's a key. Lightweight, cold-blooded, and dead silence. Which dead silence, it's a must in every class. Now,
see, I think engineer is another like absolutely. You need engineer in this game. There's too much specialist bullshit.
Yeah. Engineer and dead silence is like you have to have it in every class. But and then in gung-ho. If you're using
this class specifically, probably not gung-ho.
I'm just saying because the pickaxe, I am using Firebreak because they buffed the fuck out of Flat Jacket, so you could use the reactive core forever until the thing expires, and you won't die. So you could camp, especially in Nuketown. I love it. I love Nuketown just for that reason, because I could go into the house where they're camping and get a bunch of kills, dude.
Yeah, it's funny because you used to rage quit in Nuketown matches before, so it's funny that you've come around to Nuketown.
Tell me, for whatever reason, I'm usually number 1 in the group with a knife. Like, what the fuck? In my second class, real quick, I'm using the Rampage. Why? Because I'm trying to level it up to because I'm gonna try to get the Black Matter. That's the second weapon I need. The Mog I did a long time ago, but I'm playing in a hardcore because you don't need to aim, which is great. With hybrid max, that's a max. You have to have that max load, which adds 2 extra pallets.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yep.
And I just put reflex sight because I had an extra slot, so I was like, whatever. And I'm using it with stem shot because in hardcore, if you have it, you could regen at least one time. Specialist equipment. I usually use crash or recon, and scavenger, engineer, lightweight, and dead silence. That's my perks. I recommend them if you're tired of.
Those are fun classes. I would say if you just want to have fun, try those classes.
Like I said, I'm not using the kill streak, like high kill streaks. And one of them I was meleeing people, and one of the I still gotta make the video, but and if you go to Instagram, which is
FTR_pod.
There's a clip there, me using the shotgun, the rampage, and one of those, and I got in a card package the AC-130, or the gunship in this game is called. And I was going ham, dude. People were raging. It's hilarious. How people get so pissed off when you use shotgun.
In that clip, you have one of the high-tiered blackout skins on that. I was like, what skin is that? And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, I do not have enough paint cans to unlock that.
Yes, you need to. It's one of the best-looking fucking skins.
It is like one of the coolest, because I wanted it. I was like, oh, I like that skin's dope. And then I was like, yeah, I don't have that.
Do you know which one it is, Miguel?
It's
the first of the three of like the side, like the next.
How you clear the first section, and then the second section. It's the second one, I think.
On the top.
I think it's the blue one. The blue with the pink legs.
Pink. I forgot the name of it.
It's like the Fast Times one. Is it like?
I think that might be it.
Speaking of paint cans, I'm
actually
not
before you even do that, I just want to chime in real quick because funny thing about camos, I'm such an idiot. I noticed I was like, why do I not have any of these reactive camos? I should have all these reactive camos. And I just never realized I had that. Like I know you have to equip them and use them to unwrap them. I know you have to do that, but I just never did. And so like mentally, my stupid brain, like I just was like, well, I don't have any of these. And so I just equipped it. So I unlocked like 4 of them in one night. I just forgot to equip them to unwrap them. So I went, and I also forgot that you can do it for like across all guns. So I was trying to do all of the reactive camos with just the rampage. And I was like, this is fucking terrible. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I just threw it on like my like rampart. And I was like, I got them all done.
Speaking of camos, going a little different in terms of my loadouts. I'm focusing mostly on camos in zombies and blackout. So in zombies, I'm trying to get my diamond for pistols. So I have the gold on the strife, done that, got all fucking camos on that. Now I'm working on the RK7, and I'm about like 100 kills away from all of the headshot kills that I need for the performance. For the performance camos, and then I'm gonna go to the technical ones. Yeah, LD, this is a grind and a half. Of course, part of the loadout, make sure you have dead shot on either in your mod slot or anywhere in your perks, just so you could, you aim down the sights and you're getting headshots essentially. Also going for 100%er, which is all of the challenges in zombies. So for that, one of the challenges is like get 10,000 headshots with Stone Cold Stronghold, which is that perk that like armors you up when you're standing still. That's fucking annoying as hell, but I have that perk always on my loadout for zombies, just for that achievement, for that challenge. And then in Blackout, I'm going for Diamond on ARs. Of course, I fucking picked the class with the most guns, so that's going to take a while. But I currently have the SWAT, ICR, KN, Gold, and I'm currently working on the Rampart. I need like 2 more skins, so that's like 70 more paint cans or something for the Rampart to max those out. But those are like the guns I'm focusing on, RK7 and Rampart. I'll let you know when I get my first diamond camo in any of my modes. That'd be very cool. But yeah, that's about it.
So that's gonna pretty much do it. Those are the loadouts we've been running in Call of Duty, and now we're gonna wrap the show up with what we think we're planning on talking about for next week. Obviously, other things may come up in between now and then, but we're planning on talking about the following. So we'll definitely know what the next Contraband season is for Black Ops 4. So we'll talk about that next week.
We already have had hands-on with that, actually.
Yeah. So it'll be because what is there 6 or 5 days left? I think there's 5 days left in the current
Tuesday.
Grand operation.
Pretty much Tuesday we'll get the new.
I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be 3 new maps on Tuesday as well.
So 2 multiplayer ones.
They're all gonna be weather changes.
No, 3 new multiplayer maps only for the Black Ops Pass owners.
All right. So we'll
just like
talk
how
about
they
that
had
next
2 new maps on the last operation for Black Ops.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do a multiplayer playlist on that, so we'll be able to go hands-on with those new maps as well. Jeff and I are going to talk about we're going to compare kind of our thoughts on Anthem and Far Cry New Dawn next week, because he'll have had time to play those. I will have likely
I have both those right now, but I just haven't
and I'll likely will have beaten Far Cry New Dawn. I think I have 1 mission left in the campaign, and then I'm going to see if I can beat Anthem. But otherwise, I'll still be able to talk with Jeff about Anthem next week. And then I want to talk about some more World War Z next week, Miguel. I want to play more with you, or I want to play with you at all with it. So we'll talk about World War Z next week, and then we'll know what's going on with this Fortnite Avengers crossover. So we'll talk about that next week too. I want to play some more Fortnite. I might try and kind of get me and Tay and maybe Miguel to play some more Fortnite, and maybe Jeff will play with us. Probably not.
I'll play the Avengers thing 100%.
All right. So we'll find that out literally in 2 days. So we will definitely talk about the Fortnite Avengers crossover, and then I mean that's what we're planning on talking about. If anything comes up, like I said, we'll bring it up as well. But stay tuned next week.
Let us know if you have any questions for those topics. No, we could read. So you have a whole week to think about those topics. Send us a question. Of course, that's at FTR_pod on Twitter. That's the easiest way. Just send us a DM there or whatever. Instagram as well. Comment, send us a DM. Facebook page, facebook.com/faster than reloading. I just realized we're going to repeat all these plugs right now.
Is the actual link to the Facebook page that?
Yep. So pretty much just fun fact on the first episode. The way to find us is on, the short form stuff, Twitter, Instagram, pictures are just small text at FTR_pod, short name. But then the longer stuff, the bigger stuff, our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, Faster Than Reloading spelled out. So really only have 2 options there. And then the wild card, which this link's everywhere, but our anchor link, that's like the main podcast host, is anchor.fm/faster than reloading, and each word has a dash, so faster dash then dash reloading. That's it. So you got those links, you're pretty set for life. Just follow us once, instead of forget it,
Yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Typically at the end of episodes, we're gonna probably go on some tangents towards the end of the episode. This week we ran really late, so we're gonna skip that. But in the future, we might talk about random stuff. Miguel and I might talk about wrestling stuff. Jeff might talk about Marvel stuff. Whatever we're playing, we'll probably go on a tangent about Days Gone maybe next week or the week after. So if you want to hear us just kind of bullshitting, that's usually saved for the end of the episode.
That section is gonna be mostly about other games that are not shooters, most likely.
Right. So if you're familiar with PS Best Friends, our previous podcast, it might be stuff we would have talked about on that.
We're gonna allow that for 5 minutes, maybe less, for Jeffrey to talk his Nintendo stuff.
Joker Smash is amazing.
Despite the fact that you never played Persona 5. That's going to do it for episode 1. Episode 1 in the books for Faster Than Reloading. You can find us, again, like Jeff said, on social media at FTR_pod on Instagram, Twitter, and / Faster Than Reloading on Facebook and YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, man. I really want to focus on putting some cool clips and content on Instagram. So that if you're going to go anywhere, please check us out there. We really, really appreciate the follow on there. And
I'm going to offer this to our listeners right now. We have Instagram. We already have a good amount of 50 followers within a couple days. You have a cool clip that you did something cool on a first-person shooter, third-person shooter video game. Send it to us. We'll post it. We'll give you a shout out. We'll give you a feature. If you're a listener to this podcast,
and of course, we'll give you credit as well.
We'll give you credit. You're part of this community. We want to see what
Jeffrey's gonna post it as is.
This is me.
I'm good at games. Yeah.
That's the caption. Just this is me. But no, yeah. Honestly, if you guys got some cool shit on your hard drives or whatever, send them to us. We'll upload it under 60 seconds, of course. But yeah,
and give us your handle so we can tag you on it and say that it was you. So. You can also find us individually. I'm on PSN, Steam, and the Epic Game Store at the only X188. So that's ONE spelled out, and then the number's 88. And you can find me on Twitter at Anthony Palm. Miguel.
People can find me at PlayStation Network at Dark Angel 1010 and Steam Epic Store and stuff like that. I think it's Dark Angel 1010. I could be wrong. I don't know. Who cares? It's PC. Who cares, right? And at Twitter, Dark Angel 1010_.
And Jeff.
You can find me on PSN forever and always. I will never change my fucking PSN name. Brawl96 is in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And my Twitter, Mr. Brawl 96. Yeah, if anyone wants to play BioShock 2 multiplayer with me, hit me up.
That's the servers are dead. So
they're not. They're peer to peer
on PS3, 360,
on box and PS3. Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
I know. I think I'm gonna get a lobby actually with people on Reddit started because there's like 5 people that want to play it.
On what console?
On the tray, on the PS3.
Blech.
I have it on both. I have 2 copies of.
I have it on 360. I would say if you're gonna do 360, maybe I'd fuck around with that. But
1v1 me, I capture the little sister.
1v1 me on Rust, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Episode 1 in the books. And remember, listening to this podcast is faster than reloading.
This fucking close to ending it.
What?
I was this fucking close to ending the recording without doing the clap.
Oh.